So here's a brief video demonstration of the new PBDX lookup functionality in the newest version of your EMR software. This addresses a long-standing complaint from many users that they did not like how this functionality worked. So from within the patient's note, we would click the same PBDX button we have here in the upper right-hand corner of our screen, and it now brings up the diagnosis code select window. So this looks a bit different from what you've seen in the past, and this allows for a much more natural language search. So if I just typed in as an example the description radial, it's going to go out across the internet and it's going to find all of the descriptions and codes that match that term. So we can put in here either the description or the ICD-9 or the ICD-10 code for the problem or the diagnosis that we're looking for. It does require internet connectivity from your workstation, and if you don't have internet connectivity, it will search your local database. So typing in the word radial, you'll notice it's found 48 results that have either that in its description or it's part of the code. So notice here on the top line, radial fracture, I've got the description, I've got the ICD-10 codes, and in this case there are multiple that relate to the one ICD-9 code. It also gives the SNOMED code. You can ignore the SNOMED codes for now. This is not something you have to put on your bill, but it is something that you need for stage 2 meaningful use. So let's say that now that ICD-10 was delayed, I didn't really care too much about the ICD-10 codes. I just wanted this 813.81 inserted into my note. So if I click anywhere on this top line, it highlights it in purple, and then down below it gives me more information about that code. It gives me all of the ICD-10 codes that relate to that ICD-9 code. It shows me the ICD-9 code in purple down here, and then it shows me the SNOMED code. If I wanted this in my note, ideally I could just click the OK button down here, but notice that that is grayed out. So the reason for that is this was really designed to make it easy for a provider to quickly find the right ICD-10 code. So by clicking on the attributes over here for the ICD-10, I can choose the ones I want, and then it winnows the ICD-10 list down to the appropriate ICD-10 code. And now if I select it, notice that my OK button is now active and I can click OK. Now again, we don't care about the ICD-10 code at this point. We just want that ICD-9 code. So that's a lot of clicks to get that ICD-9 code into our note. So let me show you a little bit easier way to do it. So I'm going to clear the attributes here just by clicking that, and it kind of takes us back to where we were a moment ago. We've got all these ICD-10 codes and the OK button is grayed out. So the easiest and quickest way to get this ICD-9 code into our note is just come here on the ICD-10 side and just click the first one. That's all you need to do. And now we can click OK, and that's going to insert that into our note. Now I've inserted it into the wrong spot here, but that's okay. So it shows diagnosis, radial fracture. Here's our ICD-10 code, our ICD-9 code, the one we wanted, the ICD-10, and the SNOMED. Now we're going to ignore those. We don't really care about those. They are in the note. That's not a problem because those won't go over to the bill at this point in time. So that's how you get that ICD-9 code into your note.